live here. Hopefully it should pull it up on YouTube. If I already streamed it, that's not what we're streaming. Give me a second. All right. So give me a second here. I have not streamed in a bit, so I just want to make sure everything's working properly here. Give me 1 second. Shit, where do I want to... I forget where I want the mic when I was streaming. Probably over here somewhere, man. God. Does that pick up my voice just fine? I think that should pick up my voice just fine. I might even need to boost it a bit. Let me just boost it. I don't know what my... Fuck, not right there. What does this sound like? Does this sound good? I think it should sound fine. Here. My phone should be pretty charged. I was playing Castle Crashers earlier, and I was making sure to charge my phone before stream because I need to be able to read chat, especially for a stream like this. Let's start by getting the map loaded up. Give me a second. Let's go. We need creative. Fortnite creative. Select my phone on. Good. It's at 100%. Yeah, I made sure to eat, charge my phone and everything before stream because it's definitely gonna be a longer one. And I just wanted to make sure everything was good to go. Let me just get chat pulled up here. Give me a second, everyone. All right. And I didn't really make a thumbnail for this stream because, like, I didn't know I was going to be streaming today. But, you know. Let me grab my stream real quick here. Go to my channel. Just want to grab the link. I think I'm loud enough. Let me turn up my voice just a little bit, just because it's not quite going into the yellow zone. Does this that doesn't really make it any better. Let me boost the... Let me go properties. No, not properties. Let's go filters. Because I would like this boosted just slightly. I don't really want noise suppression on, though. How do I... Hang on a second here. I forget how to do some of this stuff with OBS, as I haven't done it in so long. Let's go... Properties. Okay. That's good. I think we gotta go to filters. And then we have to add gain. I don't really want to add that much gain. Are we loud enough right now? I mean, I could just talk louder, I suppose. I haven't done a stream in so fucking long, man. Alright, I think we should be good. If we need to turn up the audio, we can do that. But for now, I think we'll be fine. We'll post it here just because why the fuck not? I might as well post it on my server since I'm live. I haven't been live in quite a while. But it should be fine. And then we'll post it in the other server, and then we'll just get working on the map. But I do definitely need to get to the point where I'm like... I'll have to make some thumbnails for, like, videos. Because I feel like these should be videos that are, like, easy to like, just crank out. Because as long as I'm coming up with new ideas, it's not that hard to get these out. Nova, what's up, buddy? Right now, yeah, I just kind of wanted to go live today, man. As I had some new things I wanted to start doing. I didn't make a thumbnail for this stream just because I didn't necessarily have it planned out that I was going to be live today. But I've been wanting to just... For me, it's like... Let me just get an island made here, and then we'll go into explaining what we're doing here. But basically, I I've been kind of like, I don't want to say annoyed, but I've been kind of like wanting people to like be making more. It sounds perfect. The audio, is the audio good? I hope so. But I've been wanting people to be making a little bit better maps than just like red versus blue. You know, like everyone makes the red versus blue stuff like that, and I just think um I want like people to be putting a little bit more effort into the map. So like basically what I've decided I kind of want to start doing is doing a series where, or even streaming it, but I just want to like go into like how to make better maps for people that do want to make maps. Now, I understand not everyone wants to make maps, and maybe it can still be entertaining for people that don't want to make maps. But I just really want to like encourage people to put a little bit of extra effort into that map, and just instead of making just a copy and paste red versus blue, you know, that's how I see it. You know, a zombies map, it's not the most difficult map, and I think most people that are into map making can do it. But it's like that little bit of effort above red versus blue. And I know how to make stuff that are not just zombies maps, but I want to keep it. I might do like more advanced stuff at some point, but I want to keep most of these streams to stuff like that. If somebody is making Fortnite maps, they can um they can do it still, right? It's not anything where you need to like be doing too much coding or really any coding. I don't want to. I do know how to do the coding, but these are just. I want to keep it to like the basics. Or if I do more advanced stuff, that's not going to be like the normal stuff. I want to have these be like for people that are learning but want to do more than just a red versus blue. Is kind of how I'm seeing it. That's how I see like this series going. Just to help promote, a little bit more effort in the map creation because people like playing the maps. It's just, I think it gets boring when it's the same thing every time. And when it comes to like making unique maps, you have to have the building blocks. So that's how I see it. I'm kind of yapping, but you know, I'm being a yapper. Anyways, let's I don't know where I want to set my mic. I haven't streamed in so long because like my mic is in front of my monitor right now. It's like right here. If I pick it up, you can probably see it. There you go. Am I? Never mind. Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. But where do I want this? Because I don't want it like particularly in front of the. I'll just keep it like right there. Then that's not really in front of the monitor, and hopefully it's still loud enough that I can be heard. But like it over here. Anyways, but I'm probably gonna get. I kind of wanted to like have a little bit of like not. I didn't really have an intro for this, but I wanted to like give it a little bit of time until I started working on it in the stream. But anyways, I guess we just get started here. Uh, another thing with this specific live stream is I don't have like notes planned out for how we're gonna make this map. I do in the future, but this is just for me to test how I feel about it. Just this live stream. When I'm making, when I'm showing how to make games in the future, I do want to have notes on it. But this is just we're learning as we go. So, what's a setting? What's a cool world setting that we could have for like a zombies map? What is like a cool world setting? Uh, hang on, let me get the random world setting generator. What do we want to work with? Random world setting generator. Not world seed. What kind of setting do we want this to take place in? Let's see. Fantasy world generator. No, I don't want a seed. No, thank you. Random world theme generator. Not word. World. Random theme generator. All right. Well, I think why don't we go for more of like maybe like a moon kind of theme? That's what I'm thinking. Now, another thing I'm going to emphasize here is that I'm not trying cuz I maybe am going to stream for 4 hours. I'm not trying to make the best map ever made in these streams. I'm just trying to get it. I'm just trying to get people thinking. I'm not trying to make a fucking god tier map, but because I can't do that in 4 hours, like it's just not gonna happen. I can't. But we can certainly get somewhere. So why don't we start with? Is there any space? Any space galleries? What about rocket? Shit. Fucking the camera's going out again. God darn it. Hang on. I forget we used to have this problem all the time. Let's go for... Is there a rocket gallery that we could work with? Oh, hang on a second. This doesn't look too bad. I feel like this... If we're like going for like a moon theme, we could put like some of these in the background of the moon, no? Like little satellites? That could work. I mean, we wouldn't want it in the ground like that, but I feel like this could work for the background. For like a moon map. Really big, though. What else we got to work with? Rocket. Let's go to nature. Let me type in... Let me get rid of that. Because, like, we want a lot of rocks if we're going to go for a space theme. You know, the moon's really rocky. Let's place down this gallery and see if there's anything we can work with here. Okay, the unfortunate part about this is I think if I don't 100% know, but I think if I flip this upside down, it doesn't. The grass doesn't go to the top, which is actually going to be massive. Which means we can make, like, cooler shit. But that's actually really nice that it doesn't do that. Because that would have made this much harder to make. Alright, well in that case, I'm going to save some of these rocks for like the backdrop when we eventually get there. But let's just keep in mind that that's not per se what we're focused on right now. Did I just remove all the grass from this? I sure fucking did. Sorry. I'll let me change up my language here. We got to be family friendly like Nick A30, right? Regardless, we should be fine. I think those rocks will be good for like a basic backdrop landscape. So that shouldn't be too bad. This should be like good for our mountains, and then like we can like kind of use those for like the floor of the map. Not really the floor, but like the ground outside of like I'm thinking we go for more of like a space station type theme, which is going to be really hard to do in the time frame we have. But you know, make it work. Now let me see if I can find like maybe the agency has like a good flooring that we could use for this. I think the agency's probably got like let me look at the agency. I think the agency floor might be like a good floor for a space station. Maybe we grab some of this. Maybe what else we got in here? Some of the metal maybe? And maybe some of this black flooring. Another thing with... Okay. Another thing with these videos or these streams being like a certain amount long, we have to keep in mind these buildings that I make, you can spend more time on the buildings when you make your maps. PlayStation. But you can spend more time making your maps than I'm going to spend on the stream, right? So like when you make buildings in your maps, like, you know, I think it's important to make them look really nice. I'm going to try and make them look okay, but just like keep in mind that we're kind of rushing like the actual like map design of it. So that's just something to like keep in mind that these aren't going to look perfect. But let's see how these floors look and see if any of them look good for like maybe like a starting room. And already with like a space station, I'm thinking I really like the black color here. But let me look at some of the walls in this gallery and see if we have any more like steel beam pillar type stuff. And like this is exactly what I was looking for. Maybe stuff like this. And the reason I'm going to grab this kind of stuff is because I feel like we really want to get some of the... Maybe I even look for... There we go. This will be good. The reason I grabbed this stuff is... Okay. Let me fix this again real quick. But... we probably want it nighttime. Like, the moon's not bright. So, let me set the time here to night. Let's just, like, keep it at night permanently. Because on a moon map, I don't really think it's gonna... We don't really want it daytime, per se. Like, this 11 p.m. is probably gonna be pretty good for what we're going for. But let's get the base of this, like, main room built. And I think what I want to go for here is nothing too big. But let's just get, like, the outline. When it comes to making buildings, you don't want... In the end, you don't want them too blocky. But you also need to get the outline done first. So the outline is going to give you a good idea of how big do you want the room. And I think for, like, a starting room... I want it about this big. Not tiny, but not too big. Because they're going to open up more of the map as you go. And it's... If you make the rooms too big, your map is going to have to be freaking massive. And you want your maps to be... I'm not saying not to make your map big, but... Another thing with these zombies maps is you have to keep in mind that... While you can put a lot of stuff down on the Fortnite island, if it's all close together, it's going to take up a lot of memory. Now, once you get them farther apart, they're not, like, loaded in anymore, so then it's fine. But when you clump a lot of stuff together, you have to keep in mind that it has to load that for everyone. Looks like camera froze again. Here, I'll fix that. I appreciate that, Nova. I appreciate that. I'll have to... Bro, I need to get, like, a different camera at some point that doesn't just freeze every 2 minutes. Or maybe I have to update OBS. Anyways, we have a general outline here. And then let's go and get, like, the main flooring put in here. Do we like... I want to see what I like here. How do I feel about this as the flooring? I think that looks kind of boring. We can use that outside of the space station. I think I want the inside of the space station to not... You have to keep in mind that, like, for space stations, yes, it's in space, so we don't want to use, like, carpet and all that, even though we could. Because we want to kind of keep it on theme a little bit. But I think we're going to keep the metal flooring to, like, more of the outside areas. And kind of use this... nice, like, matte black flooring in here. I think it looks pretty nice. We can add some details in later. But it doesn't look too bad. And then what I'll do is I'm going to get rid of... Yeah, we can keep these for now. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to probably decide where we want these doorways to be. What's up, Nova? What kind of doorways are we looking at here? I mean, we got a motorcycle going on outside. Is there any good doorways here? No. Okay. Do we have... Let me go back to the agency gallery and look what we have for walls, because I really am a big fan of the agency gallery in general. I don't know if it's going to have what we're looking for. I just think it looks really nice, most of the stuff in here. It might not have what we're looking for, though. And I don't know if it's going to in this case, but we can try some things. Can this be placed on the floor? It can. Oh, what happened? Just sounds interesting. Well, I I hope so. I feel like this isn't tall enough though. We need something a little bit taller here. Um that railing isn't I'm just trying to let me see if I can find something half decent to put down here. If not, we might have to custom make it, which is fine. Sometimes you have to custom make stuff. Just like Minecraft. I mean, it is kind of like Minecraft. I mean, right now we're kind of building out the map, so it's just like it's a little bit larger scale, but you know, it's just like building your house in Minecraft. Um, yeah, it's a lot like Minecraft actually. That's a really good analogy. It's a lot like Minecraft, which is why I think most people can do it. And for yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's just I understand that not everyone's the most creative person, but I also think you can learn to be creative. You know, like it's a skill. Not every like when you start building stuff at first, it's really difficult because you're just not good at it. But over time, as long as you're trying, you get better. And I need to get better at finding something that matches this this spaceship because we're not finding anything. Let me look at the wall galleries here. What do we have here? Nitrodome might have something that works. Anything in here? We might be able to use these. Hang on. How do we feel about these as like doors? That could be good because it's like emergency, not like emergency, but it's like caution. Probably don't want to open the door on the spaceship. That's not necessarily too bad. Nitrodome wall. Is there anything good in here? Ooh, I don't mind some of these. Wall. Is there anything good here? Hang on a second. Did I miss anything good? Maybe. I think we need some of these shorter walls. Does this like attach to the ground? That's what I want to know. Okay, we can work with this. Hang on a second. This could maybe work. This could maybe work. All right. So I'm thinking this could be a door that you can go through, and then let's add one more door in the middle over here, just so that like our players have two options of what door they want to open first. They can open that door first or that door first. Do they want to go outside or stay inside the ship? I mean, it's really nice with like the zombies maps when you have like an option. And because this is going to be inside the ship, what I'm going to do is grab some of the... Is there anything good in the Nitrodome gallery for like walls? Nitrodome gallery. This looks like it could be an okay, just basic wall. How does this look on both sides? We will make this boom, boom. Okay, let me just place this whole gallery down real quick. I'm gonna set time today here actually, just because it looks better while I'm just building it. Oh, it's like when you turn on the. It's like when you're in class and they turn on the lights after a movie. Frick, man. It just like gave me flashbacks to like elementary school, bro. Like freaking flashbang. All right, let's see what we're looking at here. I think this could work. It's like a flashbang, You're not expecting all that light at first. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. but all right, all right, all right. So let's grab. I mean, now it's a lot better because my eyes like adjusted to it, but like at first that was something. Let's try this out. And then we'll have this like be another area of the ship that you can be in. And then I'm going to, let's see here. Can we attach this now? Can we attach this like up here? We can. All right. And then I'm going to put this like around, like bordering the ship here. And then let's see if we can find some walls that look half decent. Before we do the walls here. And just keep in mind that I am kind of rushing this in terms of like the quality of the build. I do want it to look half decent. But, you know, anyone that's making their map, they can spend more time than I am on this for sure. Ooh, this might be a problem that only gets sorted out in... Hang on a second. Do we need to launch UEFN to solve this problem? I freaking hope not. Oh, this might not work in regular Fortnite. Hang on a second. Can we put this here? I hope so. Give me a second. Invulnerable. Okay, I'm gonna launch UEFN here. Because I might need this to be able to place this here. Which is fine. Just because I want to use this glass piece, and this glass piece normally can't be placed inside of stuff, but I kind of want to place it inside of it. So I'm going to tell the game that we can place it there. I'm going to tell the game that, you know what, I am placing it there. I don't care what you say. Because I want it to look half decent. But, like, these are the things, you know? Things like this. That are important to learn. Let's see. I don't really like these spikes. Just because where's the one that we grabbed that didn't have the spikes? I feel like we had one that I think didn't have spikes, or maybe I just didn't look at them. Well, go ahead and grab. Does this one have spikes? It does. I think they all have spikes. I don't know. I don't know why I wasn't seeing them. We'll just grab this one. It looks it does look, it looks very complicated. And I mean, the reason it looks so complicated is, yeah, there's a lot you can do with it, you know? So it's like it's not that most of the things inside of it are like super difficult. It's just that there's so many things you can do that you just kind of have to know where you're trying to go. So when you're learning it, it definitely can be. Kind of like, what if we just do this and then like maybe we put this as like glass? Yeah, that's what I'm liking right now. So like until you like really get it down, it can definitely be a little bit complicated. But you know, that's just it just takes time to learn, you know? Like I'm better at finding like the galleries or the pieces that I want that look somewhat decent. Like I'm not really doing the best job right now of making this look perfect because, you know, we're in a hurry, but as you look at more of the galleries, you kind of find the stuff that you like building with, which does a real lot for the building process. You know, like speeding up. You don't have to sit there and look for 5 million different things to find the one thing that you do like. But, you know, that's just comes with time. That looks fine. Is this open? Let's go here. Can I hit refresh? Oh, I have to find it. What is this map called? Give me a second. What's the map I'm currently on called? Wall Punch Sim. That's what we had that map called. Well, we ain't building Wall Punch Sim. I'll tell you that one. That's kind of funny. I must have been like building like a stupid creative game in there at one point. I just deleted it. Wall Punch Sim. Well, let's. Oh, hang on. I gotta do this real quick. I gotta name it. We're just gonna name it Zombies Tutorial so that I don't ever. After today, I don't need to really come back on this map. But you know. Okay. Launch this. That looks good. And we'll hit launch session. Sorry, I know I'm doing a lot of stuff like off screen here. But that's just because I'm setting up UEFN. Did I get a Discord message? No. I did not get a Discord message. Why do I feel why did it sound like I got one? That's kind of silly. Oh my. I do have this nice outfit. Hang on. While this is loading, I really like it. It's like a nice little dress. Anyways. Anyways, you know. How am I today? I'm doing pretty good. I probably should have transferred this over to UEFN before the video or the stream, but I'll do that next time. This is like the type of stuff you only get in streams, right? Because like in a YouTube video, I would cut all this out, you know. I would just have like it'd be a 4 hour stream and it'd be condensed into like 20 minutes, you know, the 20 minutes that are like actually significant. YouTube doesn't cut this. YouTube, I mean, well, if I make it a YouTube video, I'd have to cut out a lot. The other thing about like part of the reason I want to start like making like creative YouTube videos, like Fortnite creative, is because I feel like if I have like some type of if I'm uploading those, it helps me get like to like meet more people that are like really like learning in Fortnite creative opposed because man, I don't want to be like a red versus blue map maker, you know? That's just how it is. And I don't say that to be like disrespectful in any way towards people that do make like a lot of red versus blue maps. It's just how I see it, I guess. You know? I feel like there's more to it than just that. Let me get the glass gallery now that we're in here. We only need one piece. Let's put down the whole gallery. Now that I look at some of those, we might be able to do some cool shit with this. I mean, some cool stuff, you know? Gotta keep it family friendly. I'm not family friendly. Anyone that thinks I'm family friendly doesn't know me. Okay, let's break all those off. Let me move this. I will move this inside of here. Let me move this into EFM real quick so that we can... I just want this glass inside of here. Because I want these to be like glass windows that you could just like look through, you know? Does this fit well? It might fit. Hang on, I think that fits decent enough. That'll work. And then let's, we can keep them clear for now. If we want to change it, we can. But let's just try clear for now. Is that placing them down? Why is the glass not getting placed? Try this again. Boom. 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 Yeah, let's go boom. 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 Now will the glass place? Well, now this bottom part's not placing. Oh my. Okay, let's try this again. One more time. Whoa, do not delete that. No, thank you. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. One more time. Okay, well, if I place this here, it's just going to break. It is. Okay. Let me do this the way that I didn't want to do it, but a way that'll work. I know it'll work if I do it this way. I just didn't want to have to do it this way. Command C. Okay, let me enable grid snap, please. Command V, and then boom, CV, boom. I kind of want to, so like, I didn't want to do it this way because I wanted it to like be visible on stream, but I'm just going to do this inside of UEFN to place these glass pieces in real quick. All right, so now we have all these glass pieces in. And it looks... I'm going to adjust this real quick because I want it to actually look a little bit more decent. I want it to look slightly more decent than that. Let me scale this down just slightly. And that should put it inside of there so that it's not clipping as much. Basically, this should just make it look slightly better so we're not getting those, like, the flashing animation on them, which is not what we're going for. That should hopefully get rid of that flashing that we were seeing, and there we go, got rid of it. All right. And what I'm thinking here is we have like a glass window here, and then they can like look out into space, you know? They'll see like the rocks we have on the ground, so it'll make it look like space even while they're in here a little bit. I don't think we're going to do it on this side, though. I think we're just going to leave it there and maybe here. And that should be... We got rid of the whole wall. We got rid of the whole wall. That's funny. Put that back. And I'm going to come and take these and, like, maybe do this. Even, in my opinion, this looks a little bit ugly, but it'll pass. The thing is, I could spend, you know, a long time making this thing look, like, really good, but that's not really the point of the video. This video isn't about how to make the best looking builds. Not what we're going for. At least not today. Maybe in a future video. But the point of this one is just how to make a zombies map. So we can just skip that. Let me grab this, and then we will put the... Let's copy this, and we'll move it over here. I wish I could show this, but I don't think it's necessarily worth tabbing in and out for. Okay, well, that's not what we wanted to do. Let's move this over. Turn on rotate, and we want to rotate this around the blue one. Where did that end up? Down here. Oh shit, I'm being a dumbass. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Sorry. I really usually don't. I don't want to have to do what I'm doing, but it's just like because the glass doesn't want to place inside of here, I'm having to like force it to place inside, like outside of the game, which is kind of not great, but we got the glass in there now. All right. Yeah, so that's like the funny part is because these pieces normally aren't supposed to like place inside of each other, Fortnite by default doesn't want to let me. So I'm having to go into like my editing software and being like, nah, let's actually do that. And now we have the windows. There we go. And what I think we're gonna do here, how do I want to do this? Okay. Let me grab. I think I saw a window that I really liked over here that could work good for it. Is there anything over here that we really like? I like this. Okay. Since we're making a zombie map, let's go for like this. I really kind of like this. And then we get rid of this here, and like this could be almost like a barrier. We put some rocks back there, and we can have zombies come through there. I really like the glass being part of it. And then let's put the other barrier. Let's put the other barrier just like over here. It's not the most complicated setup, but it gets the two barriers down, you know. There we go. That's what we need. It almost gets us. How's the bottom of this look? Not great. I'm not going to use that. And this starting room is almost coming along pretty decent. You know, it's going along pretty well. Let's find a ceiling here that we could use. How's the bottom of this look? Let's look at the bottom of this. Let's put it over there and see if it looks okay. It doesn't need to look perfect, but if it looks okay. I don't really like that at all, actually. Maybe we need to raise this up one. I think we need to raise this up one. Let me raise this all up one. How does it look if we like raise it up one? That should be tall enough then. I don't want the players to feel cramped is the only reason I'm doing this. That's kind of like, I don't want this starting room to feel claustrophobic. So, me raising this up one. You know, I'm not gonna lie, the more and more I look at this wall, the uglier it looks. Hang on a second here. But it'll be fine. The more and more I look at the wall, the uglier it looks. Which really makes me want to fix it, but that's not the point of the video. That's not the point of the stream. The point of the stream isn't to make it look good, it's to make it work. Oh, it's gonna bother me though. It's gonna bother me. Because it doesn't look great. But that's not what we're doing. We're trying to make the map work. Oh my. Because I just don't really like the design of it. But, you know, we'll work with it. That's just what we're working with. It's fine. This isn't like the time for maybe to be super nitpicky about it. I think this one should be fine. I think, let me place it over. As long as I can walk over it, the zombies should be able to as well, I think. Boom. And I should be able to walk over this just fine. Yeah, I can. Alright. We almost have this starting room. I'm not going to add in, like, all the furniture during this video. If you guys make your own zombies map, you can add in all the furniture and, like, tables and all that and make the walls actually look nice. But we're just going to get the, like, the layout of the room done. The general, like, shape. Which is just going to be boxy. We're just going to keep it boxy. But next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. And I recommend doing this with most of your barriers. And I'll explain why while I'm building it. But what I recommend with most of your barriers is to... Sorry, excuse me. Make it like... You don't have to make it exactly like this, but make it kind of like this. Let me rotate this piece, though. Because we're going to have the zombies spawn, like, here, behind the wall. Just so that they don't see the zombies just spawning randomly there, because that looks weird. That's the only reason. It looks really weird from, like, a gameplay perspective if the zombie just, like, randomly spawns out of nowhere. Because zombies don't just randomly spawn out of nowhere. I know zombies aren't real, but realistically, zombies don't just, like, pop into existence, right? They're people, they were there, and then they got turned into a zombie. So, we're not going to make them just spawn out of nowhere. We're going to... Well, they are, but they're going to spawn behind this wall where you don't see it. If that makes sense. They're going to spawn behind that wall where you don't see it. That's the plan, you know? Let's grab the zombie spawner. I have not worked with one of these in a while. Is it called a spawner? What? Hang on a second. Call it creature spawner. Well, we're going to call it a zombie spawner, because that's what it is. We'll put it here. Activation range. Can we put it like that? Let me... How big is that? That is not that big. Spawn through walls off. Can we just make this... I think we could just make this activate when we need it to. We don't need this activation range to be big here. Actually, I don't think we want it big. Now that I think about it, we don't really want it big. Let me just make this room a bit bigger, though. And put this in the center. And we'll just make it this tall. There. Put a top on it. And, alright. Now we have the area that our first zombies will be spawning from. She'll be back there. And we're just going to go make this on the other side here real quick. But, this one we're going to make a little bit different. Let's go grab our rocks up here. Not zombie tutorial. It's a zombie tutorial. What do you mean? I don't understand your question there. No, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not understanding. There we go. This needs to be significantly smaller. There we go. And then that should be good. This is stupid. We need to grab one of the smaller ones. Let's grab... Well, maybe this one is small enough if we just shrink it down a lot. There we go. This should be good. We shrunk it down quite a bit. And then theoretically, they should be... Okay, well, that's not what we want. Let's turn this on grid snap 8. And then that should be fine. Hang on, is this good? As long as we can walk on it just fine. Alright, that should be fine. And then I'm gonna rotate this just so it looks a little less boring. Okay, that should be good. And then we'll add the rocks on the side here. I'm gonna rotate this again just so it's easier to place in properly. There we go. We need to move this over a little bit. Bink, bink. There we go. That should make it a little bit better. Put that in. Good. And then, oh my, hang on a second here. I don't really love the fact that this is breaking into the freaking ship. Give me a second. Eh. It does look interesting. It's because, yeah, it doesn't look good. I don't think it, I know it doesn't look amazing. Because, I don't know. I'm not trying to make it look amazing. I'm trying to make it look quick. I might, if I do more tutorials in the future, I might like make some of the map ahead of time if I'm trying to show off the devices. But I think this will be fine. It doesn't look perfect, but it'll do. There we go. And then we'll probably have like put like a barrier here so that they can't walk through. But aside from that, I think this will be pretty good for now. Put this up top here. And hang on a second. Look at the grass just up here. We're gonna have to cover that up. Hang on a second. I don't think we just have grass poking out in our zombies map that's supposed to... I don't think we can have grass just poking out on a map that's supposed to take place on the moon. I don't know how that'll work for the theming very well. Oh, this is like there's like a barrier. Is this the barrier? Is it just this pebble? Am I in... Oh, I'm inside of a wall. I was like, why can't I move? I was so confused. Alright, let's go grab this one. I think this one will be good for what we're doing. We'll have to shrink it down a bit. But I think we'll just make this the ceiling here. I think it'll work good for that. It's pretty flat, so we just probably just throw it in here like this. I feel like. It doesn't look perfect, but the zombies will be able to get through here. Like moss stone? Yeah, it is kind of like moss stone. I mean, it's not supposed to be used for what we're using it for. It's just one that's going to be quick for the purpose. Like, it's just quick for what we're doing is the main reason we're using it. There's definitely better looking rocks you can use for these purposes. And then what we'll do is we'll just, because no one will ever see back here, right? No one will ever, like, actually be back here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a little chamber for the zombies to spawn in right here. We don't need to make it look pretty. And as long as they can walk through here, they can get to the player through there. So no one will ever see this chamber. So we just make it like a cube here, and then the zombies will find their way through. Yeah, they'll go through here. Or vines coming out of the walls. Yeah, that's true. Well, if we go back over here and look at it, if you look at like the top of the stone, it's supposed to be like grassy, but I flipped it upside down. So like I think if I find that gallery again, it would look like these ones normally have grass on them, but I flipped them so they don't. I don't really care that that's coming in through the window there. It's fine. How far can you see into here? That's the question. Typically, not very far. Oh. Excuse me? There we go. I don't know what was going on there. Oh well. But let's we'll just put like a wall here, and then we'll probably cover this all in rock so that no one ever sees it, but we're not gonna do that right now. This should be good for now. This is too short. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Then we will place this inside. And what we're going to do, or at least what I'm going to do here, is I'm going to, just to make sure we have this working properly. Let's see here. Wave timer. We don't need a wave timer. We need... I'm just going to test that this will work. Let me get a timer. Oh, shoot. Grab a timer. When round starts. Yes. And what we're going to do with this timer is we're just going to set it to like start at the start of the round, and when the timer runs out, it'll spawn those first zombies, is what we're going to make it do. So on the timer is complete, which is basically when the timer finishes the time, like when it finishes counting down, we're going to have it activate that zombie device that we placed down. So this, good. So if we start the, let's put a, hang on, let me put a spawn pad down so we spawn in here. Here we go. So, if I didn't fuck everything up, when this timer runs out, zombies should spawn from that, like at least one zombie. Okay, well, we don't need it to look like a bomb. So, that went off. And now a zombie spawns. Whoa, hang on a second. No, hang on. Yo, not this many zombies. We don't even have a weapon. This isn't fair. What is this? We're outnumbered. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Let's adjust this here. I think we might have put a few too many zombies in there. That's not what we wanted. I'm going to... Oh my, we are flying. Let me push changes real quick just so the map's updated. Yeah, that was we so basically what happened there is I didn't really set a limit on how many zombies to spawn. So it just kept spawning them. We set it so it would spawn them, but we didn't really set a limit. So we kind of got surrounded. Which is fine. But we'll probably disable one of them just for testing purposes so we can have it function how we want it to. But that was certainly something. But we're just going to save the map real quick just to make sure all these changes are good. Oh my. That was certainly something. What's the map saving at? It's updating. We're fine. All right, there we go. That was kind of silly, you know? That was a little bit silly. That was a little bit silly. A little bit silly. All right. So, we're going to disable this one to start with here. Also, we're gonna set it to fiend and not random because random meant it can spawn anything. We don't want it just spawning anything. Um, hang on. Enable on game start. No, thank you. So let's do this. We're gonna disable both of these. Let's see. Number of creatures. We'll leave it at that for now. We can change it later. We're gonna turn it to this. And we're gonna have it. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Now it should only spawn it if we tell it to spawn it. Like a silly goose. So theoretically this time, it should just spawn one of them. Did it even spawn one? It didn't even spawn one. Oh my. Tisk, tisk, tisk. It's been so long since I made a zombie map. I should have redone a refresher before I did this so that I could do everything first try, but this is also the thing when it comes to game development. Sometimes you don't do it all first try. You have to like actually look at some things because you fucked it up. Alright, what does this timer say right now? Creature spawner on... Sorry, what? When receiving, creature spawner 2... Excuse me? On a creature is... Fuck, that's not what... This is not... Hang on a second, let me delete this real quick. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, hang on. We had it in the wrong section, that's fine. Okay. On completed, creature spawner 2... I don't really want to enable it, I guess. I wish there was just a spawn a creature function, but I guess that's not a thing. Okay. So now oh, there we go. Now we have it spawning. And is it going to keep spawning? Good. Now, the other thing we want to test is, does it keep spawning if we go all the way over here? Because that's kind of important. What's, like, the range on it? It doesn't keep spawning if we go over here. Which is fine. But if we come back over here, though. We'll stand over here for a little bit, just to make sure. But I can always adjust the numbers. I kind of want it to always be spawning, no matter where I am in the map, for the most part. But I think I can just go into here, and I'll just adjust it in UEFN real quick. We'll just adjust the numbers. Activation range, 7 meters. Let's, sorry, what? Activation range. Let's make it as far as possible. And then we'll push changes. Because I want it to be able to spawn when I'm like really far away from it. The reason we want that is because we don't want there to be a time where somebody's just not near barriers and then the zombies aren't spawning because they're not near barriers, which would be bad. We wouldn't really want that. That'd be not great. You know, that wouldn't be the most helpful thing if they just stopped spawning. That'll be pretty bad. It looks good so far. Yeah, I mean, you don't want it to look bad. So now if we're on the opposite side of the room, did I adjust it properly? We're over here and he's spawning. I don't know what the like maximum distance on this one is. Let's see. I think they're spawning now. We just can't hear it from over here, I think is what's going on. Are they still spawning? Yep, they're still spawning. So we can be on the opposite side of the room and they'll still be spawning now. We could probably even get pretty far away. Yeah, see, now they're still spawning, which is what we wanted. If they stop spawning, that wouldn't be good for us. Kill this one. There should be a new one that walks out soon. And I think we should still be in range, but we might not be. We'll see. Or they might just not be locking onto us, might be the bigger issue, but... Is he in there? Oh, are they stuck? No, they're just not looking at us. Okay. That's fine. We can adjust how far they can see us from. But they weren't stuck, they just didn't know we were around, so that's kind of why they weren't coming over to us, which is fine. We can adjust how far they can see the player. Advanced. Oh my. Go on the device here real quick. How long have we been streaming, bro? An hour? We've been doing this for an hour? That's crazy. Alright. So, what we'll do here is we will take this same spawner, because we want all the same settings. We're going to delete this one. And we are going to move this into here. Now we should have a spawner with the exact same settings. We might have to add it to this. But let's check if it's in here. We'll just check. It is in there. Okay, it already added it in for us, which is good. Which is good. But now both of these spawners should be working, which is good. If we just sit in the middle here, the middle of this area, the zombies should be coming for us. There's a zombie. There's a zombie. And that's what we need. Perfect. We can run around this area as much as we want, and the zombies will keep coming. Now, obviously, you'd fill this area in with, like, you know, furniture and more walls and all that to make it, like, you know, like, a little bit more like a room, but we're not going to do that right now. We're not going to do that right now. But we have all the zombies working now. Now, the next thing, we're going to put the roof on real quick just to, like, get this room, like, kind of capped off for now. But the next thing that's important about the zombie games is we need a gun. We got to shoot the zombies. We're not here to pickaxe them. We're not here to pickaxe them. You know? It's supposed to be a shooter game. It's supposed to be a shooter game, not a pickaxe game. So we'll just, like, put this as the roof. It'll be fine. Now, I will say, giving, like, the starting pistol to a player is really easy. And this is, like, it's probably one of the easiest devices ever. To be honest with you. Which is what I love. So, there's this device that's called an item granter, which is this one. It's really easy to use. We are just going to place it down. We're just going to place it over here because we'll place it on top of the building since we'll never be up here actually. And then once we have the item granter, what we'll do is we'll just grab a pistol. What pistol do we like? Well, we like the... I like the blue pistols. Got the pistol. We'll just throw it in there. Give it a second to load in. There we go. Able on game start. Yes. Receiving players all. Let's see if it works. I might have to, like, enable it. I'm hoping... I think this should be the easiest way to do it. Oh, hang on. I was hoping that you could do it really easy. Because I was really trying to sell how easy this device is to use, but we'll do it the right way. We'll turn on the settings. I was hoping we could do it with one setting, but you can't. Because I wanted to show how easy it was to use, but I guess I have to use multiple settings. So it's not as easy as I said it was. Fine. I just wanted to see if I could do it as easy as possible. Anyways. We'll put it enabled on game start. We'll give it to everyone. We want all of the players in the match to receive the pistol at the start of the game, so we'll put it on all. Okay. And then, where are we looking for? Let's find it. Wait, we need to do... So the reason it didn't give it to us is because this one, grant on game start, we want to... So when the game starts, at the start of the match, we want all our players to have the pistol. So grant on game start, yes, we want them to have the pistol at the start of the match. Which is the one we didn't have on. So at the start of the match, do we want them to have the pistol? Yes? Okay, good. And now we'll have the pistol. See, we have the pistol at the start of the game here now. Well, we just shot the wall, so let's try not to do that. I guess I have to make the map indestructible. That's something I didn't do, but Now we have... Good. Now we have our pistol at the start of the match. Here's what we want. Perfect. Alright. Now what else does a zombie game need? The other thing we need is money. We need money. And how are we going to get money? Well, the money, being quite honest with you, is only a little bit harder than getting the gun. To be honest. The money is another... The thing with zombie games is they're not actually super difficult compared to some other games to make. They're definitely harder than like a Red versus Blue. But compared to like some other games, they're not as difficult. So for the money here, I'm just going to use... What's it called? Gold. Yeah, it's called gold. Okay, we're going to use some gold here. And we will... Let's make sure we have... We don't want to give them 500 gold per kill. Fortnite coins. Yes, Fortnite coins. We're going to use them. And we're going to make sure we have one in our inventory because I want this to work properly. Boom. Put it in there. Enable non-game start. Yes. We want it to be... Initial weapon ammo. Maybe we want it... Actually, I think we might have wanted to put more than one coin in there. What happens if I do initial weapon ammo and I put that at 50? Hang on a second. Does that... I might just have to put 50 coins in there, but I'm going to test this out really quick. Just because I haven't worked with this device in a bit. We might just have to put 50 coins in there and then it'll give us 50 coins. But let's do on creatures eliminated. So when we kill a zombie, we want the item granter to give us the gold. That's what that does. What I just did, that's what we did. Oh, we could make it, we can make it drop ammo. Yeah, we can make it drop ammo. That might not be a bad idea. And we took the, and we're done. We took the, we took the gun away. Okay. We can fix that. That's not hard to fix, thank fucking God. Okay, that's actually a good idea, Nova. We'll add that in. We'll add that in. That'll be pretty easy to add in. No, it's not tricky to do it. We'll add that in. I'm gonna reset this gold thing though. I think, and I will test it. I want to just test this real quick just to make sure it's working. But let's just say we want, with our currency, let's say we want, like, I would say 50 gold is fine to get per zombie. Because that's like 500 gold every 10, not too bad. Basically, got to kill 20 zombies and then you can open the box once. I don't know if we're gonna get a ton of time to get to the mystery box in this video because that might be a little bit down the line. You know, a little bit of that. I can do a mystery box, but it's gonna be a little bit more complicated. But let's put the 50 gold in there. Something we didn't do last time. The reason we lost the gun here is because we have to go to this on grant action spot. It's set to clear inventory. So basically what this means is when it gives us the gold, it clears our entire inventory. We don't want that. We want it to keep all. We don't want to lose our items when we get the gold. Which I don't know why it's on that by default. I think that's a dumb setting to be on by default. But that's how it is. And then since we put a new item spawner down here, we'll go back down. When we get a kill, we're going to have it interact with the gold spawner. And we're going to have it give us the gold. And because Nova made a really good recommendation, we're going to add that one in too. Let's grab some ammo. Equip. 100 ammo. We don't need to get 100 ammo per zombie. Let's say per zombie, let's make us get 20 ammo, which we don't even need that much. Let's say we get we'll say we get 10 ammo per zombie. That way we're kind of always gaining ammo. So if we just shoot randomly, we'll like run out of ammo. But as long as we're shooting the zombies, we won't run out of ammo. Put the gold there, or the ammo there. It's on the spawner. And we'll just add the same exact settings. Keep all. Let's make sure this one's also on that. Keep all, good. And then we'll have it when this thing gets a zombie. When we kill a zombie, we will grant our player some ammo. So let's try it now. Yeah, it's the same thing as the gold. So we got our gun on spawn. That's what we need. We have 65 ammo here. Let's have these zombies spawn in here. We have 65 ammo. We got the zombie. We got 10 ammo. We got 50 gold. We'll get another zombie. More ammo. More gold. And perfect. That's what we need. Perfect. Now, there's two other main functions that you kind of need in a zombies map. You need one, we need to be able to buy guns off the wall. We don't necessarily need a mystery box; those are always cool, but we definitely need wall guns, and we definitely need to be able to open doors. So we'll go ahead and put our first wall gun down. Let's go for maybe instead of a pistol, let's look what we got here. Weapons. Let's go for maybe an SMG. Let's go for a burst SMG, because that's a little bit different than our pistol. And let's get the burst SMG on the wall, because we need to be able to buy guns. So first, what I'm going to do, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to show how to make it look decent. You're going to grab this item called an item. You're going to grab this item placer device. And what this allows you to do is, instead of just making it look like a button, we can throw our gun on this. And then it lets us make it like on a wall like this. So we'll rotate this. Oh, let me switch this up. And we can, you know what I'm gonna do, just to make this stand out a little bit more, I'm just gonna add in a little bit of my own stuff that you don't need to do this, but I'm gonna do this just because I like how it's going to look. But you don't have to do what I'm about to do here. I'm just gonna do it because I want to do it. Grab this. This might not even end up looking good, but we're going to do it because I want to do it. I'm going to add like a little back. Oh, okay, well. We'll just make it. Well, let me get rid of this wall real quick. Pull that forward a little bit. And now we just have like a little... I like this because it gives us a little thing to put the gun on. It doesn't look great. I don't think I would normally use this wood, but it's the first thing I thought of. It just makes it stand out from the wall a little bit, so that like people can see it. I wouldn't recommend making it look like that, but that's just an example of like one way you can kind of make your guns a little bit more noticeable, so people kind of see them on the wall. You don't want your guns to be invisible. Whereas if I put this on the wall over here, there's like a chance that like someone might just never know that exists because they just might not look there. But this makes it a little bit more visible. All right, we're gonna disable people being able to interact with this though, because what we want to do is we want to put down our conditional button. This is a little bit more complicated part, but we're gonna put down our button here. We'll put it over here for a second. And what we'll do is we'll just find the same gun as before, the burst SMG, and we'll just put this in the button, because when people use this button, we want them to get the same weapon that they see on the wall. And what we'll do is we're gonna make this invisible. Allow interact, yes. Do I want, but I don't want it to be visible. So let me find. Hang on a second here. Oh shoot, I'm being dumb. Don't do what I just told you to do. Don't do what I just told you to do. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I'm being a little bit dumb. Don't put the gun in there. Sorry, it's just been so long since I've like made a zombie, since I'm kind of rusty when it comes to this stuff. So like I might do something like incorrect the first time, but I know how to do most things. I just kind of didn't do it right there. We'll put that there for now though. Don't put a gun in the button. That was the incorrect thing. What we want to put in the button is gold. We want the gold because we want the button to be, we want the button to, this is how much the item's going to cost. So we'll put 500 gold in there for now. And what we'll do is we'll just put this right here. And then visual style. Hang on. Allow, we want them to be able to interact with the button here. Yes, interact time instant. Hang on a second. Let me... Okay. I should have... Sorry, I was looking at it for myself here. So, put this down up here. I'm going to actually space this out just to make sure nothing goes wrong when I place this. We'll grab the burst SMG from earlier. And we'll just drop it on here. Good, and this is named item granted 4. Customize button. What we'll make the button do is when you give the button 500 gold, which is this here, we're going to have it give the player the burst SMG. So let's try this out real quick. As long as we didn't do anything wrong, which I might have. Oh shoot. Okay, well I did one thing wrong, but it shouldn't mess up getting the burst SMG. But I did make it remove, it's going to remove our pistol when I do it though. That gives us the gold. So we should have to kill 10 zombies to be able to afford it. We go over here. It's 500 gold, which is what we want. We have 300. Pop, 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 pop. Now we have 650 gold. If we go and interact with it, we get the burst SMG. And we don't have enough right now. So we can't, oh, let us buy it. Which is not really what we want, but so. We'll have to probably change that in the button. It should just show, we probably have it set to like needing 1 gold or something. Yep, we have it set to 1 gold, which is not really what we want, but we can change it easy. Let's find it. Number of key item slots, we don't want that. Key items required, we want this to be 500. We want it to be 500 gold. Now that we changed that, it should work. It should work properly now. Aside from it'll still take our pistol away because we didn't fix that, but it's not a big deal. Why is it still giving it to us? Excuse me? That should not be happening. This shit, we do not have enough gold for this. I should have tested this out before I did the stream. I'll get it right here because I know what I'm doing, but my gosh, it should not be giving it to us. Okay, let me look back in here. Additional button. Well, the key, it should be 500, but we don't. Excuse me? We shouldn't be able to afford this. Is this disabled? Disable. This should not be happening. This is garbage. We have no gold, which... Why is he giving it to us? It shouldn't... What? We're gonna have to redo this. We're gonna have to remake this button here, because it should not be giving it to us in any capacity. Maybe I have to push changes. Let me push changes here and see if that updates everything. Because it should not be giving us... It should not be giving it to us in any capacity. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Let me push the changes here. That might just be what we need to do. And then you just update the map real quick. Sometimes if you don't like push changes or like save the map, it won't work properly. But this should, in theory, be working, I think. What should we do? Oh, what's this? You have a good night, Nova. Hope you sleep well, man. We're gonna live an hour and a half. Sheesh. Is it almost done updating? Alright. Well, regardless, I think that's enough for this stream for now for me. Probably just gonna... Nope, the camera broke. Of course, it freaking broke. Probably just gonna relax. Yeah, that was fun.